Good day everyone. Today I am going to discuss class 8th chapter number 5 coal and petroleum exercise solution. Question number 1 is what are the advantages of using CNG and LPG as fuels? Here, as we know, CNG and LPG are the natural gases. Natural gas is very important fossil fuel because it is easy to transport through pipes. Natural gas is stored under high pressure as compressed natural gas, or we can say CNG. CNG is used for power generation. It is now being used as a fuel for transport vehicles because it is less polluting. It is a cleaner fuel. The great advantage of CNG is that it can be used directly for burning in homes and factories where it can be supplied through pipelines. Natural gas is also used as a starting material for the manufacture of a number of chemicals and fertilizers. So here in the points we can write that the advantages of using CNG and LPG are as follows. They are used as non-polluting fuels to transport vehicles. LPG and CNG both are easy to store and transport. CNG is used for power generation. These fuels have more energy per unit area. LPG can be used directly for burning in homes and factories. These are easily available and have affordable prices or cost. LPG and CNG are virtually no ash particles left after burning. So these are the main advantages of CNG and LPG fuels. Question number 2 is name the petroleum product used for surfacing of roads. Here, as we know, these days bitumen, a petroleum product, is used in place of coal tar for metalling the road. Earlier days coal tar was used, but now we are using bitumen. So in the answer we should write bitumen is the petroleum product used for surfacing of roads. Question number 3 is describe how coal is formed from dead vegetation. What is this process called? So here, as we know, about 300 million years ago, the earth had dense forest in low-lying wetlands areas. Due to natural process like flooding, these forests got buried under the soil. As more soil deposited over them, they were compressed. The temperature also rose as they sank deeper and deeper. Under high pressure and high temperature, dead plants got slowly converted to coal. As coal contains mainly carbon, the slow process of conversion of dead vegetation into coal is called carbonization. Question number 4 is fill in the blanks. A is fossil fuels are. So here we have to give the name of the fossil fuel as we have studied in the chapter 3 main fossil fuel, that is the coal, petroleum and natural gas. So here fossil fuels are coal, petroleum and natural gas. B is process of separation of different constituents from petroleum is called refining. This process in which we are separating the different components of petroleum, that are LPG, petrol, kerosene, diesel, lubricating oil, paraffin wax and bitumen, So this process is called refining. Next is least polluting fuel for vehicle is CNG, compressed natural gas. As we have already studied, that is the cleaner fuel, least polluting fuel, that is CNG. Question number 5 is tick true or false against the following statements. A is fossil fuels can be made in the laboratory. This is false because fossil fuels cannot be made into the laboratory. They are formed from the dead remains of living organisms, and this process is very slow, take hundreds of years. That's why fossil fuels are exhaustible natural resources. They cannot be formed into the laboratory. So this statement is false. Next is CNG is more polluting fuel than petrol. Here, as we know, CNG is not creating the much more pollution. It is very least polluting fuel. So here this statement is also false. C is coke is almost a pure form of carbon. Yes, as we know, carbon has the three different coal has the three different forms, that is coke, coal tar and coal gas. And coke is tough, porous and black substance, and it is the almost pure form of carbon. So this statement is true. Next is D. Coal tar is a mixture of various substances. This is also true. Coal tar is the mixture of different nearby, it is a mixture of 200 substances. So this sentence is true. Next sentence is E. Kerosene is not a fossil fuel. That is also false. Kerosene we get during the refining process of petroleum, and that's why it is also a fossil fuel. So kerosene is a fossil fuel. That's why this statement is false. Question number 6 is explain why fossil fuels are exhaustible natural resources. Here we should know what are the exhaustible natural resources. The resources in the nature which are limited in amount, that is exhaustible natural resources. Here the fossil fuel, as we know, fossil fuels are formed from the dead remains of living organism, that is the dead vegetation and dead animals. And this is a very slow process. Formation of fossil fuel is also a very slow process, and it takes hundreds of years. That's why that is limited in the amount in the nature, and that's why we can say fossil fuel are exhaustible natural resources. So here in the answer we should write fossil fuels are formed over a period of millions of years by the action of high temperature and high pressure on the remains of dead plants and animals. These fossil fuels are exhaustible natural resources because if these are exhausted by human activities, they cannot be recreated in a short period of time, not in the laboratories or factories. So they are exhaustible natural resources. Question number 7 is describe characteristics and uses of coke. As we know, coke is a tough, porous and black substance. It is the almost pure form of carbon. Coke is used in the manufacture of steel and in the extraction of many metals. So here in the main points we can write it is an almost pure form of carbon. It is used as domestic as well as industrial fuel in the stoves and furnaces. It is used in the manufacturing of steel. It gives little or no smoke. It is used for extraction of metals. It can be used to make fuel gases. Question number 8 is explain the process of formation of petroleum. Here, as we know, petroleum was formed from organisms living in the sea. As these organisms died, their bodies settled at the bottom of the sea and got covered with layers of sand and clay. Over millions of years, absence of air, high temperature and high pressure transformed the dead organisms into petroleum and natural gases. So here that is the process of formation of petroleum. So in the answer we should write petroleum was formed from organisms living in the sea. As these organisms died, their bodies settled down at the bottom of the sea and got covered with the sand and clay. The absence of air, high pressure and high temperature over millions of years transformed the dead organisms into petroleum and natural gas. The petroleum deposits are usually found mixed with salt water. The petroleum is lighter than salt water and hence floats over it. Question number 9 is the following table shows the total power shortage in India from 1991 to 1997. Show the data in the form of a graph. Plot shortage percentage for the years on the y-axis and the year on the x-axis. So here in the table it is given serial number and year and the shortage percentage. Likewise here in 1991 shortage percentage was 7.9%, then 92 7.8%, 93 is 8.3%, 94 7.4%, 95 7.1%, 96 9.2%, and at the last 97 11.5%. Now we have to plot a graph. Now we will plot a graph between the year and percentage shortage of the petroleum products. So here, as the instructions given in the question, that total power shortage in India we have given 1991 to 1997. Now here we have to show the data on the graph and we will take the shortage percentage for the year on the y-axis, and here also we will take the year 1991 to 1997 on the x-axis, that is given the instructions in the question. So we will mark at the x-axis, we will mark 1991 to 1997 at a particular gap, same gap. 1991, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96 and 97 years. Then at the y-axis we will mark the shortage percentage. That is, as we will focus on the data given in the question, minimum we can take from 7 and maximum we can take 12. Here maximum is the 11.5, so we can take up to 12, and minimum is 7.1, so we can start from 7. So from 7 to 12 we will mark in the particular gaps. So 7, 7.5, 8, 8.5, 9, 9.5, 10, 10.5, 11, 11.5 and 12. Like that we marked on the y-axis at a particular gap. Now 1991, as the shortage percentage is given 7.9, so from the y axis we will take the 7.9 and at the x axis we will take 1991 and we will find a point and mark it the point at the in between the 1991 and 7.9 percentage. Next is 1992, 7.8%. So here we will mark 1992, we will mark 7.8. 1993 we will mark at 8.3. 1994 we will mark at 7.4. 1995 we will mark at 7.1. Then 1996 9.8%. And 1997 it is maximum 11.5%. At the last we will join all these points and like this shown in the figure we will get the graph. So students, this was all about the exercise solution of chapter number 5, coal and petroleum. Including this video, I have also prepared 4 another videos to describe this chapter. If you want to see these videos, you can go to my channel NCERT Science Mantra. So, if this video is beneficial for you, like the video, share the video with your other classmates, and most important, subscribe my YouTube channel NCERT Science Mantra. Thanks for watching the video.